Hi, good morning. In last session, we have discussed about how to record the macros, how to run the macros, and how to edit the macros. In this video, I'm going to explain what are the components in VBA and I will show you how to write a simple code in VBA. So how to go to the VBA editor window. As I explained in the last video, here we need to go to the developer tab and we have a option called a Visual Basics. We need to click on that, so it will take us to the Visual Basic editor. Here also we have a number of options: file, edit, view, insert, format, debug, run, tools, add-ins, windows, helps, etc. And if you see, this is called as a solution explorer. So here it will show the VBA project along with the workbook name. What is my workbook name currently? It is a book 1. Here you can see the workbook name is book 1. And here it will show the Microsoft Excel objects. Objects are nothing but the elements which are available in the Excel. Currently in this workbook I have only the sheet 1. So it is showing the only sheet 1 and another is this workbook. Here it is considering as the workbook as an object and sheet is another object. For example, I have added a one more sheet here. Go to the your Visual Basics editor. Here it will show the another sheet in your Microsoft Excel objects. Now, where to write a VBA code? We always write a code in module. What is a module? In Visual Basic for applications, a module is a container of code. It is a way to organize and store your VBA code within a workbook or a VBA project. Modules can be thought of as files that holds a procedures, functions, and other VBA code elements. There are two main types of modules in VBA. What are the two main types of modules? So where we can see, if you go to the insert here, so here if you see, we have a two kinds of a modules. One is the module, another one is the class module. So this is called as a standard module also. What is the standard modules? These are the most common type of modules. They can contain a general procedures, functions, and variable declarations that can be used throughout your entire VBA project. What is the class module then? A class module are used to create objects and define their behavior. They are often associated with a specific object in your Excel workbook, such as a worksheets or user forms. Class modules are allows you to create a custom objects with properties and methods. These are the two main modules which are available in VBA, and another one is the user form, which can interact with the users. So let's write a code. Where to write a code? We are going to write a code in a standard modules. So I'm going to insert a module. As of now, I don't have module here, so I'm going to insert a module. So how we are going to insert? We have to go to the insert here, insert, click on the module. So your module will be inserted here, and this is called as a VBA editor window. Here we will write our code. Any code. If you would like to write some code, we need to write under the sub procedure. What is sub procedure? In VBA, a sub procedure is named block of code that performs a specific task or set of tasks. Unlike a function procedure, a sub does not return a value. Instead, it used to execute a series of statements. So how to define our sub procedure? Here we need to write a sub. We can call it as a subroutine as well. So sub, you have to give a procedure name. What is your? It can be anything. So you can give any name. So I am just giving a simple procedure name. Anything that any name that you can give it here. Sub, I'm just giving a test as my procedure name. You have to open a bracket and close bracket. When you press and enter, it will automatically close your procedure called end sub with end sub. So here is the window that you can write the set of code in sub procedure. So now whatever code you are going to write, the data type is very important in the VBA. So first of all, I would like to explain what is a data type. So what is the data type uh, and how many types of data types in VBA. So in a programming language, a data type is an attribute or a classification that specifies which type of a value a variable can hold, the which type of expressions can produce a result. Data types are fundamental to all programming languages because they define how the program interprets and manipulates the data stored in a variables. So how many types of data types are available in VBA? There are two main types of major types of data types, that which are numeric data type and non-numeric data type. So which and all fall under the numeric data types, which and all fall under the non-numeric data type? Let's see. So the data types here, if you see, byte, integer, long, single, double, currency, decimal. So these all data types all fall under the numeric data types. Here is the storage for the each data type. If you use the byte, if you define your variable as a byte, it consumes the 1 byte of storage. And if you define your variable as an integer, it consumes the 2 bytes of data. Here if you can see that the range of values, if you define your variable as a byte, it will allow, the variable will allow only the values between 0 to 255. So 0 to 255 only it will allow. If you define your variable as an integer, it can store the 2 bytes of data. That too, it will allow only the number between minus 32,768 to 32,767. This is the limit for the integer. Like that, for each data type we have some certain kind of limitations. In that limitations only it will work. So these are the numeric data types which are available in VBA. What are the non-numerical data types? So non-numerical data types like such as a string, boolean, data, and the object. When I say the object, sheet is an object, workbook is an object, range is an object, and everything like whatever we use it in Excel, it's kind of like a symbol is an object. So these are all called as a objects, and it stores the 4 bytes of data and any embedded object. There is no limitation because it's not a value, it's an object. That's why any embedded object it can take. And variant is a numeric data type and it consumes the 16 bytes of data and any value as large as double. So here one thing we should understand, if we haven't declare any data type to the variable, what will happen? Defaultly, VBA will consider as a variant data type. For example, you are using one variable without declaring a data type in your code. What will happen? So it will consider that variable as a variant data type. It consumes the 16 bytes of data. These are so in most of the interviews you may get this kind of questions like what is the default data type in the VBA? Yeah, so please note it down. It's a variant data type which consider the default data type as in a VBA. So now let's write a simple code here. So now I'm going to write some simple code. So before writing a code, we need to declare a variables. How we can declare a variables in a VBA? By using a dim keyword, we can declare a variable. Dim, let's say a is my variable name. Yes, integer, I am taking a data type as a integer. When you press I, intelligence will give the options here to select your data type, or else you can type the integer directly. So when I just press enter, and I'm going to declare a one more variable saying a dim b as integer and dim c as integer. So I have declared a three variables. Now I'm going to assign some values to my variables. Let's give a equals to 10 and b equals to 20. So this is the value. These are the values that I'm going to pass it to my variables, and I want a output in the C. What is the output I want? A plus b. So I'm just summarizing the values of a and b, and I'm storing that value into the C. So now I will run the code. How to run the code? How to debug the code? So you can use the Excel shortcut function F8. You can press if you are using the Windows 10 and Windows 11. So you can press the function F8 to step into your code, which means line by line execution. Or if you want to execute your code in one shot, you can use the shortcut function F5. Or we can use the options to execute the code. Here I don't have a ribbon here, so we can insert it. How we can insert? Go to the view. Here we have a toolbars and just select on the edit. So here you will have an option to uh, so comment your code and uncomment your code, everything. So now I want to execute my code, so you can use this toolbars here. If you see, we have a debug toolbars, we call it as a debug toolbars. So I'll just remove it now. So we don't have a debug toolbars here. Now I'm going to insert my debug toolbars here. So I have inserted debug toolbars. If you don't have it in your VBM, you can insert by just clicking a view and insert a toolbars. Now this is an option to go step into. What it will do, it will just if you press and step into, it will start executing the code, and if you press step into every each and every line, it will go, and finally it will complete your code. If you want to execute it in one shot, you just click on this option, so the code will be executed. So now you may raise one question saying that how we can check whether this code is executed or not, how we can check the output. Yeah, I'm coming to that point only. For that, we have a different. It depends on the requirement. So for now, to see this output, I'm using. I'm going to use some components which are available in VBA. So what are the components which are available in VBA? Go to the insert. Yeah, sorry. Go to the view, and here if you see, we have a different kind of components, which is an immediate window, locals window, watch window. I will just show what is a immediate window. So immediate window is a tool that allows you to interact with the code and execute commands on the fly. It provides an interactive environment for testing and debugging code without the need to run the entire program. So now I have inserted a immediate window. So I'm going to run my code step into step into step into. Nothing has shown in the immediate window. Now how to check the value in an immediate window? There are two different ways. So while running you can check the output in an immediate window. I'm just running my code, going to the step into step into step into step into. Now my entire code is executed. Now I have some value stored in the C, and I have some value at A, and I have some value at B. So how we can check the value of C here? So here in an immediate window, you just come here and just give a question mark and press C. So if you want to see the value of C here, give a question mark and C and press enter. It will show what is the value of C. It's a 30. Why 30? It is an A plus B. A means a 10 plus B equals to 20. A plus B. 10 plus 20 is a 30 is your output, which is showing in a immediate window. If you don't want to come and see here, if you don't want to come and enter a question mark and see the values here, so you can use another way called a debug.print. So when you give a debug.print, the output will come in a immediate window. That is another short form to see the output in a immediate window. I'm just writing here debug.print, and what I want to print here, I want to print my output of C. You just give a that variable here. So now when I run the code, see the step into step into step into step into, when this line execute, your output will come in a immediate window. Just click on a step into again. So now your output has, now your output is 30. This is how you can use the immediate window. Either you can check by giving a question mark in immediate window, or you can use the debug.print to see the output in a immediate window. So this is about the component of the immediate window. Let's see another component here, view locals window. What is the locals window? So locals window is tool used during the debugging process. It allows you to view and interact with the local variables within the current scope of your code. The local variables are those that are declared within the current procedure or function. Let's see how it works, the local window. You got to know that how immediate window works. Now let's see how the locals window work. I'm going to run my simple code by using the step into. So as soon as I started with my code, if you see in the locals window under the module 1 is nothing but this one. Under the module 1, how many variables I have it? I have a total number of variables are 3, which is ABC. It's automatically ABC are appeared in the locals window, and defaultly the values are assigned 000. Why 0? Why not to text? Because we have declared those variables as an integer. If you see, the data type is an integer here, so that's why the defaulted value is taken as a 0 and the variable. So it means that as soon as your code starts, in the local window, how many variables that you have used it in your code, it will appear in your locals window. And initially, if it is an integer, the values are defaulted to the 0. And let's start at step into. Now, see here, if you observe in your immediate window, sorry, if you observe in your local window, I'm just executing this a equals to 20, and as of now a value is 0. When you click on step into, see, automatically value got assigned to the a. Now when I click on assign to b value is 20. When I click on c value is c value has come here in the local window automatically. When after you are running the code, it will go away. So it means the local window, the projection will start only when you start your code. When you start executing your code, then once your code is done, it will clear it up in a locals window. It will help you to understand the data in a variable, how it is changing while running the data, and what are the variables that you have used it in your code. And it can help you to validate all those things while running your code. This is about the component of a locals window. Let's say another one is the watch window. So then what is the watch window? It is a tool that allows you to monitor the value of a specific variables, expressions, or properties during the debugging process. It provides a convenient way to keep track of the values of selected items as your code is executed, helping you to identify the issues, understand how variables change, and diagnose problems in your code. So, but in immediate window, either we can go directly into the immediate window, give a question mark and check your variable value. When it comes to the local window, it will automatically appear when your code starts. But watch window, it is completely different process. So how watch window will work is, you have to um, give the what you want to watch. You have to give a variable name here, what you want to watch. You just right click on this watch window. Here you have an option called add watch. Here you can give a expression. What is the expression? What is the value that you want to watch it? So now I'm giving my expression as c. C means I want to see my c value. So I'm just clicking on procedure is the test, which is the procedure name, and module. My module name is the module 1. It is automatically just taking. I'm just clicking on OK. So now watch window has created here. The expression is C, and value is the out of context currently, and type is an empty, and context is module1.test, which is nothing but my module name as well as the procedure name here. So now I'm just going to click on a step into. As soon as I started with the step into, if you see, the value is changed to 0, type is changed to the integer. It is also behaves like a locals window, but in the locals window it will show for the all the variables. But when it comes to the watch window, whatever expression that you have given, only for that particular variable, it will show you the output. I'm going to run the step into and step into. So if you see, the C value is captured here in our watch window, and I'm just ending the code. Now it went to the, like, value is default to the out of context and type is an empty. So you can, if you don't want to see the value, or if you want to change your watch window, you can click on the edit watch. Here you can change your expression. If you don't want watch window at all, like, you can just delete the watch whatever you have created already. So this is about the different components in the components which are available in VBA. To understand that immediate window, locals window, and the watch window, these are very very important to debug your codes. And this is like these are the data types which I have already discussed. Um, yeah. So these are like, just practice it. These are the very very important. And yeah, in the next video we are going to discuss on the further topics. Thank you.